Hi guys, Brian here from the Sydney Back Pain Programme. Just wanted a quick talk today about what we call the bank balance of back pain. So what this is a very sort of simple concept to kind of understand how you first get back pain and disc injuries, and also why once you've got it, kind of, for some people it kind of tends to get worse and not so bad and kind of come and go. So it's a good way of kind of understanding why that's happening, and also how you're going to get yourself out of trouble long term. So when we talk about a back pain bank balance, what we're talking about is that every person starts each day with a bank balance, which is like a limit for how many times you can stress the back in certain positions before it starts to cause a problem, which could be disc damage or disc dehydration or loss of disc height or disc herniation, various different terms for it, or whether it might even cause more of a muscular issue for you. So for example, say you've got a disc issue and you've got a disc herniation, or you've got what they call like a dehydrated disc. Basically means you've damaged the disc and that the sort of jelly nucleus inside is leaked out somewhere so that the disc has started to lose height. So the most common way for that to happen is that the gel or the nucleus would start to leak out backwards, which would mean that during your life or during your day-to-day life is that most of the time you do a lot of this sort of work on the back. You're kind of either bending it because you're sat at a computer desk for long periods, or slumped on the couch or in the car, or when you bend down to pick stuff up, you do it in a very back dominant way, and you just basically wear that disc out quicker than anywhere else, which is what leads to the problem. So if you imagine you start with a bank balance, say of $100 a day, and every time that you either bend or if you sit with bad posture, it starts to make withdrawals on that bank balance. Now if you get to the end of the day and you get to bed, and hopefully your bed's good for your back as well and can rest it, if you get to the end of the day and you've still got plenty left in that bank balance, you shouldn't have a problem. The danger comes is when throughout the day you use up that bank balance and you get to the point where you're overdrawn. And that's when the back starts to get aggravated, because the next day that bank balance is a little bit less and a little bit less as the days go on, until eventually you get to the point where you get out of bed and you just you can't move and you can't do anything because it's just all flared up and aggravated. So the trick is, long term with back pain, is to spare that bank balance, the work capacity your back can do, and try and let it build upon itself day after day, day after day, day after day, so the back gets stronger and is less aggravated. So what that basically means is that you have to spend, be more mindful of your posture at work. So you can't be all slouched in a chair, slouched over looking at a phone on the bus into work for long periods, or slouched on the couch, and making sure that when you bend over to pick up stuff, you're not doing it in a back dominant way. You start to use your hips a bit more, or you do like a lunge type strategy to pick stuff up. And the more that you can get rid of those bad habits that were using up that bank balance or capacity for movement that you had, the quicker you're going to get out of trouble with your back. And also that's part of your long-term strategy for never getting back into that stage where the back was all flared up and tight to start with.